right, everybody. Hello, 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 hello. So, listen, do me a favor, y'all, real quick in the chat. Let me know what city and state you guys are chiming in from. And as we do that, I am just sending out a quick message to everybody to join in. Because, listen, if you're a speaker, if you're a coach, if you're an event organizer, we're looking for all types of people right now. Okay. And so I have some incredible stuff that we're going to be going over on today. And I just want to make sure that y'all can hear me loud and clear. So if you can hear me, just go ahead and drop in the chat and let me know. Let me know, let me know, let me know. And yeah, man, we're about to get into this. Okay. Hold on one sec. I'm sending out a text message. Looking for drop in the chat. Let me know. I'm looking for speakers, coaches, uh, event. Uh-oh. Event. Hopefully this don't freeze because my computer is acting like it want to freeze up. I don't know what is going on with the world today. Paste it. Okay. Or join the or watch the replay. Okay. So listen again. Let me know where you guys are chiming in from. Hold on. Let me make sure we go live on Instagram. Okay, there we go. And and we should be live in our community as well. Let me make sure this is the right link, child, because I don't want to send out the wrong link to nobody, Lord. All right. Yep. That's live. Okay. All right. All right. I'm excited. I hope you guys are just as excited as I am because I have a lot of great things we're going to be going over. By the way, just so that you know, this is the day that we will have our orientation call for all members, all new members. But I literally am sending this out to everybody, right now. Well, not everybody, about 1,800 people. And so I'm sure, we won't have people watch the replay and stuff, all that good stuff. Looking for speakers, coaches, and event organizers. Okay, we just hold on. I'm coming, y'all. I'm coming. Give me 2 more seconds. Live right now. All right, Taria, Avant info. Sometimes you guys send the messages, last minute. Normally I would have scheduled it, but y'all, I've been working on this presentation since after the devotion this morning, so hadn't had a really lot of time to get into sending everybody the details. But drop in a comment, let me know. Dr. Rashida. Oh, you know what? That just reminded me. Oh, no. We got it. Okay, Dr. Rashida, John in the house, Marshawn in the house. Where else are you guys chiming in from? Let us know. Where else? We're streaming on multiple platforms right now. Of course, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram. Matter of fact, let me pull up my Instagram over here so I can see it. Now, I'm not streaming on TikTok like we do our morning devotion. I just wanted to focus on these main platforms. And so with that stated, this is our members orientation, but also just giving you guys clarity as to like where you should be going, what you should be doing, what's going to be available, all the things, right? So if y'all are excited and ready, let's go. So I'm going to share my screen. And so I know that we have people, of course, watching on different platforms. And of course, Instagram, I got it vertical, but hopefully you guys will be able to see. Hey, Siva on Instagram, how you doing? And so I'm going to share my screen. Let me go ahead and pull this up real quick. And again, I'm looking for everybody to participate. So if you are a speaker, if you're a coach or an event organizer, I also want you to pay attention to what it is that we're doing here in the community, especially if you're looking for growth, if you want expansion, if you want visibility and all the things, right? Crap. You know what? I just thought about something. Wait a minute. Drop in the chat though. We got a lot of people that are joining in now, logging in. So let us know, guys, where you guys are chiming in from, what city, state, country. If you're not in the United States, let us know. And also, this is important. The reason why I'm always asking where everybody is plugging into is because currently, right now, just to be transparent, we have people who are joining us or joining our community from all over the world. But where I want to know is when people are logging in and participating, I want to know who those people are, because when we start doing stuff in person, we're going to do stuff in person where everybody is. Okay. And so that's important, that you guys let us know where you're chiming in from, so that we are able to identify where we're going to be doing these events. Right. And so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just do it. I'm trying to figure out the best way to, cause child, listen, child. Hold up, y'all. Lord Jesus. I done created so many different presentations. I don't even know where this one is. Okay, that's okay. If I get to it, I'll get to it. If not, I won't, because I do want to show you about oh, here it is. I know I did a new crispy presentation. But okay, so I'm not gonna show that one yet. I'm showing a different one first. But I also want to talk to you about how we're helping our clients to get more visible. Okay, here we go. We lit. And just so y'all know, this is, let me just put her on the screen. Nishika Melton, who actually is going to be, she's our productivity coach in BPC. She, once we get all this done, like this, she's going to start doing. Ooh, I froze. It froze just a little bit just now. The ghetto. Let me close out some of these screens. We do not got time to be freezing. Don't do me. And so, anyways, as I was saying, Nishika is going to be doing these onboarding calls. But right now, just because I wanted to make sure everybody knew what we got planned, what's coming up, how to get involved, how to be plugged in, I wanted to go live with everyone. So, shout out to everybody that's here. Yes, all the things, all the things. Let me put some people on the screen. I see some of you guys are watching from the community. So thank you for logging into the community link. All right. And if you're watching on any other platform, how you doing? And you can join the community today. And so let me just shout y'all out. We have Montgomery, Alabama, upstate New York, Elmira, Madison, Wisconsin, Savannah, Georgia, Greensboro, North Carolina. Let's see, Cincinnati, Ohio, Chesapeake, Virginia, Central New Jersey, H Town in the house. We've got Marietta, Georgia, Sacramento, California. Where else y'all chiming in from? Let me know. Let me know. We have Florida on the line. We have the DMV here. Y'all, we all over the place. We lit. We have Atlanta, Georgia here as well. So we are live all over the place. Okay. So, yes, and hit that like button. Do your girl a favor if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, so that we can get the word out about what we're doing, y'all. This is something I know you guys are going to love. Please share this out, hit the like button, do all the things. So I'm going to go ahead and start my presentation. I gotta share the screen first, chat. And again, if you're a speaker, matter of fact, while I'm going through all of this, I want y'all to type in the chat and let everybody know what it is that you do. So, like, if you're a speaker, what do you speak on? If you're a coach, what do you coach on? If you are an author, what is your book about? Like, all the things, okay? And so let me put this on the screen so everybody should be able to see it. And I'm gonna leave myself on the corner, so hopefully it doesn't, get in the way. For those of you guys watching, of course, on Instagram, it's just gonna have the main presentation. Then I'm gonna be real small down there on the bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this. And so again, you guys have dropped your city and state. If we do have anybody joining us from outside of the world and whatnot, that definitely we would love to hear from you guys too. And so first of all, I just want to introduce myself to Ria Vision Avant. For over 11 years, I have been blessed to be in a space of working with more than 15,000 authors, showing them how to not only become published authors, but the biggest difference is how to be profitable. About 80% of most authors will never sell more than 250 copies of their book, which is i.e. why we have the Book Profits Club. And so this community is designed to help you guys not only learn how to make more money with your book. Notice I didn't say sell more books, but make more money with your book, but also how to get visible. Because if it's one thing I know, and I want y'all to type this in the chat, in 2026, if you want to make more money, it's about being visible. Okay. Being more visible, being in front of more people. Yeah, I don't like the way this looks. So I'm going to do it like, no. Y'all let me know if this is too small. If the screen is too small, let me know, because I don't want to overlap the presentation. Okay. So, anyways, so this is Book Profits Club. The name of our community is Visibility into Profits. And honestly, what we ask, guys, is that it's not going to always make sense overnight, right? So it's going to take some time. It's going to take some work. You got to be willing to plug in. This is a process, and so we ask you to give us 6 months. Can you give us 6 months of being consistent? Can you give us 6 months of staying plugged in? Can you give us 6 months that even though you might go through some setbacks, some challenges, some disappointments, and all the things, you're going to stay plugged in? Because I promise you guys, if you are expecting, however old you are today, for you to have an immediately shift and change in your life, guys, it took us however old we are today to get to where we are today. So it's going to take time. And this is so a lot of times people come in like, I just don't know what to do. It's so much going on. Yes, it's so much going on. But I promise you, the more that you plug in, the more it will click for you, the more you will find your routine, the more you will get familiar. Does that make sense, everybody? And so give us 6 months. Now, before we get into this, we also want to make sure, guys, did you complete your new members form? About 100% of y'all probably, if you're brand new, you probably did not, because we just added it today. So when you log into the community, make sure when you go to the classroom, and if you guys don't know how to get there and all that stuff, just ask me when we get there. But log into the community and go to where it says start here and follow those 3 steps. Okay, very important. We want to get your picture. We want to get your mailing address, your date of birth, so that we can highlight you for your date of birth. That also we need your mailing address, because a lot of times we send gifts out to our members, for members that are doing big things and plugging in and doing all of that stuff. We do all types of giveaways. And so we need to have your current information. Okay. Now, I just want y'all to know we provide a lot of resources, and depending upon your level of membership will also depend upon how much of the resources you get access to. But give yourself some grace. Pace yourself. Okay. The truth is, and I'm going to be real transparent, the reason why we have our Money Monday calls every Monday night. It's literally a group coaching session if you take advantage of asking questions, or it's going to be a Monday night win session. Maybe you need to get on there and hear from other members who are winning and be able to just get a little bit of inspiration. But also we have our elite members who will come on and coach on different topics. And so we have several different elite members. If you enrolled with us last year and you did the paid in full, you're listed as an elite member, then you get the opportunity to actually be one of our educators for one of our Monday night calls. Okay. And so we have a ton of resources. And the reason why we allow our members to be educators, it's twofold. Number one is because it gives you an opportunity to get some experience. Hello? How you doing? Like, guys, we want you guys to get experience educating, teaching, doing your talks, right? But also because a lot of you guys have amazing value. Like, we are a community of speakers and coaches. There are some of you guys right now who have so much value to give. And that's why we've built this community, because it's not the Taria show. Okay. It's not the Taria show. It is BPC. Okay. And so with that, we got a lot of resources. Now, here is the journey that you want to be following. Number one is, once you have logged into the community, you need to introduce yourself. So you want to log into the school community and make sure to post your picture, post your introduction. Guys, let me tell you something. See, we be sleeping on proper introductions. We call them power statements, right? Hey, my name is Taria Avant, and I empower. We try not to use the word help anymore, right? We want to switch it up, because so many of us are so used to hearing I help, I help, I help. So we like to switch it up with like amazing, incredible words, like, thought-provoking words, like I empower, I inspire. I inspire. Lord, I just made up a word. I inspire, I cultivate. You know what I'm saying? So introduce yourself and let people know who you are. Now, what this is not, let me just make sure I clarify for you guys as well. We are a family over here. So please don't come into the community. Hold on. Let me stop sharing real quick so y'all can see me all the way in full view. Come on, y'all, family, let them know in the chat. Please don't come into the community thinking that I'm going to join the community and then try to spam the heck out of this community. That's what we're not. That's not what it is. And if you do that, I promise you, you will get reported. And the full, not me, they gonna report you. You have to learn, like, in order for you to really grow in business, you got to learn how to collaborate. You got to learn how to build connections. And one of the biggest challenges that I see, especially with a lot of these networking environments, is that people join these communities and they think, you know what, if I pay my whatever you pay per month, $25 a month, if I pay my $15 a month, I'm about to go in here and spam the hell out of them. Matter of fact, I go to some of these events and it is such my like, let me tell you, I don't like going to networking events. And the reason why I don't love going to networking events is because a lot of people have never been taught how to create connections. A lot of people have never been taught. Let me shout out my girl Angie Sims in the house too, by the way. Angie Sims, anybody that needs help putting together events, this is my dog. When I say we've been friends for how long has it been, Angie? 15 plus years? Because she was with me before I even started Book Profits Club, before I even started coaching authors. She was with me when I was selling that coffee and I was slanging that stuff. And so, anyways, back to what I was saying. People join a lot of communities because they think, let me go in this community and spam, spam, spam. And the truth is people don't like to buy from people that they don't know, that they don't trust, that they don't feel a connection to. And so the way that this community will work for you best is by participation. You got to plug into the Monday night calls. You got to be a part of the school and communicate and chat and do all the things. You've got to be a part of it. You got to learn, you're not doing us a favor by joining the community. The community should be doing you a favor by providing you with the resources and the contacts and the connections and the collaborations. Hopefully I'm making sense. And so when you coming in to introduce yourself, the reason is because we want people to get familiar, but it only works if you participate. Logging into the software today, I'm going to give every single one of you, if you do not already have access to the software, our BPC system, every single one of you guys, I'm going to show you how you can get 30 days for free if you don't already have access. Now, for those who already do have access, you don't need to sign up for 30 days for free, okay? You already have access. And if you are not an elite member or above, we're not even charging you right now. So technically, everybody here is going to have 30 days, an additional 30 days for free, because then you will not start to get charged until 30 days from now, right? So everybody's going to get 30 days for free to the all-in-one software if you don't already have it, right? Also, step number 3. So you want to log into the software. If you don't have access, I'm going to show you where you can sign up to get access, okay? You're going to start here. Step number 3, make sure you follow those 3 steps. Very important. We need your information. We want to be able to put you out there and highlight you. It is very important that you go ahead and submit that information so we can let people know who you are. Crap. I just thought about something. Before y'all submit it, hold up. Before y'all submit that, let me do something real quick. I'm gonna do something real quick. Only because I don't want anybody to submit it yet because I just thought about it. I don't have on here. I need like a brief bio about y'all. So I need like a 150 words bio. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Yeah, I need a little bio. So hold on. Let me add that to the form real quick. Let me add it to the form. And then you guys can fill that out. So I want you guys to fill that out today. If you're like, I think I filled this out, but I'm not sure, do it again. Just do it again. Because again, with us, doing all of these new mergers and stuff, I just want to make sure that we do have everybody's recent and up-to-date stuff. Okay. So it's going to ask you for here we go. Yep. Custom website. Okay. So the form is going to ask you for stuff like your mailing address. It's going to ask for your picture. It's going to ask for your bio, website, all those things. And for those who complete it, we're going to be making a new flyer. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. But that's the form. I was updating the form, but that's okay. But we're going to be making a new flyer and it's going to actually introduce who you are to our network. Okay. So make sure you go to the start here. Number 4, please Go to the calendar in the school community and look at all the stuff that's taking place. And for the things that you have access to, make sure to add them to your own personal calendar. Let me show you how to do that. So I'm here in the calendar in the school community right now. Let's say this BPC new members orientation. I want this to be on my own personal calendar as well so that I do not miss it. I can click here and click on add to calendar. And now I can add this to my Google so I don't miss any of these. The ones that I will say that you definitely want to make sure is the Money Mondays. So you never, never, never miss a Money Monday. Okay. And so make sure you go to the calendar and add the specific events to your calendar and attend all events that you qualify for. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the things that I know without a shadow of doubt is that whenever I go to an event in person, and even my virtual, my life changes. And so not only do I go to events that I'm qualified for, but I always go to events with intention. So if you are qualified to attend the Money Monday, don't miss it. If you're qualified to attend the devotionals, if you are a man or a woman of God and you want to plug more into the devotions, plug in. Because also with our devotions, y'all, it's not just going to be me leading them. So I'm going to tell y'all where we are looking for speakers, where we're looking for coaches and event, but I got to go through this whole process so it makes sense to you because you can't just pop in and try to, and it's irritating to me. Like people say, "Oh, can I come speak to your community?" You don't know the community. And so and the way that our community is if our community don't know you, I have seen it, they're less likely to support whatever it is you're doing. So you got to plug in and understand the community so that it actually benefits you. Does that make sense, everyone? If that does, just go ahead and type yes. I hope everybody is still here and y'all have not logged off yet because we got some important information. So attend all events that you qualify for. Now, make sure to access the classroom. So right now, 100% to everybody, 100% of y'all are able to join the community for free. However, everything is not necessarily available depending upon your level of enrollment. And so you want to make sure though, while we are uploading and creating new stuff, that you go and access the classroom to see what is available. So right now, pretty much 90% of everything we do will be done in the school community. 10% will come from 10% of the stuff that we'll be pushing you to, or another link will be the BPC system. Now you will be running 100% of your business through the software if you use the software. I'm telling you, y'all, I have been using High Level, that's what the BPC system is. It's a white labeled version of High Level. I've been using High Level now for about 5 years. I don't remember when they were founded, but I went to one of their very first big conferences that they ever had, and no lie, I was probably one of 3 women there and one of 5 Black people there. That's how long ago it was. Okay. So I've been using this software for a long time. So when it comes to me putting my stamp of approval on this, does it have challenges? All of them do. What are we talking about? But this joint right here and what they doing, listen, I'm telling you, I don't use anything else outside of course, like my streaming stuff. They don't have anything for streaming and things like that. But man, I love this software. So you right now can get access for free for 30 days. All you have to do is go to bpcsystem.com. It will charge you like $1 just to make sure that your card is valid, because sometimes people will try to give us fake stuff. But you're going to go to, I'm telling you, people, listen. You're going to go to bpcsystem.com. It will give you access for 30 days so you can learn, and then join us every Wednesday so that you can learn different features of the software. Now, when you log into the software, the link is app stands for application, app.bpcsystem.com. When you log in, you're going to then be able to access the training. And so I'm going to show you where you go to get training so that you can learn kind of like how to maneuver and move around. And by the way, when you get access to this, you can also give your VAs access. Allow them to log in so that they can learn the software as well. So, anyways, I'm going to share the screen. So, here's me logged in, and it may look a little bit different if you guys are watching the replay because we're going to be uploading our brand new BPC system logo and stuff. So, it may look different. But when you log in, you're going to scroll all the way down to the left-hand side where it says BPC system training. Do you see that, guys? BPC system training. All right. This is where you go. When you click here, it's going to literally take you to a series of trainings. And this is only available to those who use our system. So if you have a high level account through someone else, it may not be there. They might have access to a training themselves, but this is specific to the BPC system users. And this is going to show you everything. Now, if you are an elite or above member, then some of the stuff we are actually setting up for you. So, like setting up your entire CRM, getting you A2P approved, making sure we connect your custom domain, as well as a capture page, as well as also creating your first series of emails. That is something we do for you. Okay. But this is where you access the training. Okay. So please, y'all, make sure if you have a virtual assistant, make sure they log into the system and access the training. If you understand technology and software and you want to learn how to get started with this for your 30 days for free, you want to log into the BPC system training by going into the BPC system software. Does that make sense, everyone? If that makes sense, just go ahead and let me know in the chat. So again, you're going to log into the software and you're going to log down there to the BPC system training that shows you how to get started with the software. And everybody gets access for free for 30 days. Okay. You get access for free for 30 days. All right. Now, after that 30 days, it is $97 per month. Okay. After the 30 days, it is $97 per month. Does that make sense? Now, this is whether or not you're a member or not. It is $97 a month. You get 30 days access. Now, let me show you right now, outside of those simple steps, where you want to focus, because one of the bigger challenges that many of us have is once we join the community, there's so many resources, there's so much to do. Before you even try to figure out how to do all these things, we've got to make sure, guys, that you want to be in alignment. You want to be in alignment with what it is that you do, who you serve, and how you serve, right? So let me see. Are y'all still with me, everybody? Everybody still with me? Okay, good. Y'all still with me, right? Just put with you in the chat. I want to make sure y'all are with me. So we want to make sure that you are in alignment, right? So the first thing is understanding what we call a success funnel. What is your success funnel? Because all you need, listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, you don't need 20 different products and services. You don't need to have multiple different type of business licenses and stuff. If you have 4 specific items that help with a transformation, but in a bigger way, this is how you build a 6 to 7 figure business. I have been able to accumulate 7+ figures in income within the past couple of years by just simply having my success funnel. And I'm gonna tell you guys, I don't like doing nothing beyond the success funnel. When stuff start getting a little bit too much, I get a little overwhelmed. So I like to keep it simple, sweetie. Okay, 4 items. Hook item. The hook item is something that you give away for free. The hook item is something that you give away for free. And there are different ways to provide a hook item. Today, I want everybody to think about what my newest or latest hook item is. What do y'all think is my hook item? Something that I give away for free. What do you think my hook item is? I want y'all to guess. Right? Because this is something that can earn the trust of your potential customer, your potential partner, whomever it is that you're going to work with. This is going to be what helps to earn the trust, right? So, what can be something that you can give away for free based on what your book is about, based on how you provide transformation, based on all the things? For me, what my free giveaway is the community. You literally can join the VIP with BPC community for free. There is no cost. And in exchange of you guys joining the community, I get your name, your email, and your phone number. It's free. Now, as I continue, now what I used to provide was a free masterclass. And I'm still going to do that as we are updating some stuff, because everybody that joins into the community is going to get access to that 15-minute masterclass. But now I have you plugged into an active community where now I can be in touch with you. It's free. Now, from there, you guys are also going to start to see, like, if you join, maybe like by the time those people that join next week, you're going to get offered an opportunity to purchase a bundle of my books. Because in school, what's really, really cool about school, now, does everybody respond? No. But when somebody joins school, what you can actually do in school is you can create an automation that as soon as they join, you send them a DM welcoming them to the community. So when I welcome you to the community right now, I actually have a message that says, "Hey, welcome to the community. What is it that you're looking to get help with?" And people actually do respond back. But on top of me asking that, I'm going to say, "By the way, did you get a copy of my latest books? If you do it today, I'll give you one for free. Buy one, get one free." I'm going to do something like that. So you guys are going to see that. That is my upsell. That is my intro item, ladies and gentlemen. My intro item is a low-cost product that introduces people to my brand, which is my book. My low-cost product introduces people to my brand. That is my book. This is why all of us, we are authors, because not only is your intro item a low price product that introduces people to your brand, but you also can use this for marketing. Printed books. I'm going to be speaking at the National Business League Conference coming up here in Atlanta. And I'm going to send everybody the email so y'all can come and join. It's a fire event. Outside of Hope Global Forum, y'all, I'm just going to say hands down, Hope Global Forum is probably one of my favorite conferences, out, of course, next to my own. You know, I love my own events. But if I was to tell you to be at any event in Atlanta, I'm going to start giving y'all list BPC members and things that you definitely need to be at. But the one that I know every single one of you guys, and I'm gonna tell you, even if you are not African American, Black, African, whatever, but if you have a love for the community, you should still come. The National Business League Conference, I was blown away by this event that I attended 2 years ago, had never heard about it. At that time, I think it was the 124th year of doing it. I was like, I have never heard of this. Y'all, you got to come. So, anyways, guess the reason why I'm telling you guys that is because in order for me to get that speaking position where they had 600 speakers, and also to make sure that I stood out, because I already knew, like, if I pitch myself to be a speaker, I'm going to get booked. But the way that I stand out is by using my intro. I sent them my book. I sent them my speaker sheet. I sent them my intro letter. And I also sent them a couple of articles of people who had talked about me. So your intro item is also a part of your marketing item. That is your low cost product, which is your book. Everybody drop a $ in the chat if you guys are still with me. Then you have a core item, ladies and gentlemen. Your core item is like your middle priced item. So you guys are going to find out today what our core item is for the community, which is the premium level membership. We have a premium level membership, which is our premium. And right now it is on sale. Okay. But for many of you guys, your premium or your core item is going, your core, notice it says premium level, right? Because that's our high ticket, but the core item is actually titled premium. Okay. And so this is going to be your middle price. It's on sale today. Everything is on sale. Well, with the exception of our top tier program, but I'll go over those price points in a minute, but it's all on sale, right? But this might be for some of you guys like a one-on-one strategy session. Maybe for some of you guys, you're not necessarily trying to coach, but you want to provide a service. Let's say that your service is everybody doing this professional stretching nowadays, right? So maybe you wrote a book about happiness and living your life in abundance. And now you say one of the things is making sure that, in order to be happy, your body has to be in alignment. And so now You say for a middle priced item, it could be, you know what, they get to be able to come to get a one, I'll come and, if you live in my state, I'll come and do a free, not a free, I'll come and do a one session stretch session with you, but you got to live in my state, right? So I will come and do a stretch session, and that session might be $150, $200. Okay. That's what a core item. It's a middle price. It's not high ticket. It's not breaking the bank. And for me, if I was to say what a core item is, like on the level of gaining trust, it's kind of like that one where it's like, I don't know you yet, but I'm willing to let this, like, I will give this money and not stress about it. Does that make sense? And so while honestly, a book, anybody will buy your book if it's titled right. But your core item is going to be that item where it's kind of like gaining their full 100% trust to say, I'm ready to put all my money in to get these results. And so this is going to be a middle price. For some of you guys, maybe it's not a service, but it's a luncheon. We actually provide a luncheon. We're doing one in Houston, by the way. If you are in Houston or want to come to Houston, myself as well as my collaborating partner Deanna Jean, we do a quarterly luncheon for high earning women who are in corporate and business that want to be able to connect. And so this is an investment. It's $200 to actually attend this particular luncheon. It's $200. And so it's not for everyone. And we actually only limit it to 20 people. So for $200, 20 people, it's an intimate environment, but that is considered a core item. Does that make sense, everyone? So some of you guys, maybe it's not one-on-one coaching. It might be a service. It might be an experience. It might be some products. But what is your core item? Okay. If you got a fictional book, maybe your core item is, I had a young lady who wrote a book about this family heirloom, this beautiful jewelry. Well, she said, you know what? So that I can get people to come to my tables when I'm vending, I am going to put up nice, high, expensive costume jewelry. Her jewelry, like her rings, started at about $75 up to $150 for her rings. I remember I had bought this chocolate ring from her, like a chocolate diamond ring. Baby, I wore that ring so much, I forgot it was fake because I used to get so many compliments. But eventually, it's not real. It's not real. So, I had to stop wearing it. But I'm telling you, you can provide anything that's a middle price item. It doesn't matter what you do, guys. You got to learn how to niche it down and narrow down all of your offers. Otherwise, you're going to always be overworked. And then your premium is self explanatory. This is your high ticket product, okay? High ticket product and service, right? So now, how do you get to $10,000 a month? So this is easy, y'all. I want y'all to know, to make $10,000 a month, if you are not making $10,000 a month yet, like, you have got to get focused, because this is not difficult to do. But this is the thing. I'm going to show you the next step, which, if you're not doing what I'm going to explain as far as your daily activity, that is, and you already have a success funnel, like you know what your 4 items are going to be. If you are not making $10,000 a month, is because you are not following either this portion right here, you doing too much, or you're not following the second page. So this first, we talked about your success funnel, having 4 different items, right? Imagine you have a premium item, and let's just say we'll put it in the middle between 500 and 5,000. Let's just put it at $2,500. Now, I need y'all to understand something. The difference between, let's say your service is you provide a weight loss coffee. That's what you do. You do weight loss coffee, right? Is everybody with me on that? You have a weight loss coffee, and your coffee is specific to people who are coffee addicts or a little overweight, but they are professionals. They are high earning. I don't like to say high value because I hate that. Because to me, value is not dictated off of somebody's income. I'm just gonna, that just came to me. Like, I never like saying high value, because I'm like, okay, so you mean someone's valuable because they make more money in life? No. But high earning, a high earning person like me, I will go to Starbucks every day and spend $10 a day. That's $300 to eat something to drink something, and they have a little side of, that's probably giving me heartburn, right? So let's say you provide a coffee that's weight loss. And so I want to provide a $2,500 package that will cover you with healthy coffee that will last you, let's just say it lasts you for 3 months. Would I be willing to invest in something that not only is going to help me to lose weight? Yeah, because I've spent more money on going to nutritionists before than ever. We're not talking about everyone. You're only talking about the ones who can afford it. And that's one of our biggest challenges. The reason why we cannot make money is because we keep devaluing ourselves and undercharging our worth and trying to hit every low hanging fruit. And I'm going to tell you this, y'all, this is no disrespect, but I have never had as much headache with someone who has invested 10, 15, $20,000 with me versus someone who invested $10. Somebody invests $10, they want to get on 3 million calls, they want to ask 20 million questions, they want to do all the things. So you create 4 items and you position yourself to provide transformation to the people who can afford it. So imagine this. What you will find is that 20% of the people who actually have your book, who qualified to have your book, are y'all still with me here? I hope this is good, because authors, y'all, you got to stop thinking about your book as just that's the only thing that makes money. Your book should be leading people to what's next. Yes? So 20% of the people who actually are qualified, what do I mean by that? That means that I don't give my book to people who can't afford my services, number one. So that means when I say, notice I say give, I actually give my book to more people than sell my book. And I don't just give it to random people. Like I might be speaking at an event where everybody there, like we're going to be doing something for our for a community of women that all make over $250,000 a year plus. Well, they've got an annual conference and we're working on a collaboration book where we're not about to be trying to sell this book to every single, all these women are qualified. We're going to gift these women copies of our books. Does that make sense, y'all? So I make sure I position myself to be in environments by leveraging my book, which gets me booked, and then I gift them to the right people. Now, if they're not necessarily people who are qualified, then I sell them to it. And I'm not saying that if you can't afford my services, you're not qualified to work with me. That's why we have different price points too. But well, not really. I have different price points because I want to meet people where they're comfortable. But yeah, I'm really not trying to sell to everybody. My audience is not everybody. My audience is those who want to build a 6 to 7 figure business, and period. Right. So, anyways, so 20%. So, in order for you to make $10,000, if you have a package that's $1,000, that means you per month, all you need to do is focus on 50 people that have your books in their hand that are qualified. How do we find 50 people? That is by getting on the platforms. That is by gaining visibility. It's not just by let me try to get more followers on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. It's how can I speak on more stages? How can I get on more podcasts that are directly connected to the audience I want to serve? Me going to the National Business League is nothing but a ton of speakers, coaches, leaders, authors. All of my audience is going to be there. So it only makes sense for me to make sure that I come fully equipped with enough product to lead people to the next step. Now, here is going to be your daily activity. This is what we call your BPC success schedule. If anybody has any questions, just let me know. I hope this is good, because this is what's going to help you get to the money, guys. This is what's going to help you to truly earn success. 4 items or 4 products, 4 pitches, right? You got 4 different things, and then you have your success schedule. Now, with this, I am going to tell you, you don't have to make your minimum your maximum. I actually do a weekly webinar unless I'm doing something in place. Like last Sunday, I actually had a virtual conference that I was hired to do. So I couldn't do the webinar then, but I generally will do a webinar every single week to introduce this to all the people that I'm connecting with via social media, via in-person events, etc. I'm inviting them to a webinar, okay? On this webinar, this is going to be about an hour to an hour and a half. This is where you are going to pitch people your premium service. I don't ever pitch people premium and core. It is always only one. Now, let's say, for example, my premium is like a $10,000 package, and maybe I just don't want any and everybody enrolling into that, because the truth is the higher you get, you do want to make sure that these are people that are not like spending their very last, and that these are people that you personally like mesh with. The worst thing to do is bring on a client and they done paid you 10,000, 15, 20,000, and you don't really like them. Does that does that make sense, y'all? Like I don't like if it may be people that I'll work. No, I'm gonna just be honest. I don't work with nobody I don't like. And I know that's a harsh thing to say. God got to work on me on that. But if like there's something about that person that is just not connecting with me, maybe it's their morals, maybe it's the way that that I have fired clients before because I just feel like it's not a good connection. And as a coach, because it is important, like I may not like someone's ways, so that's not going to affect me with me wanting to work with them. But like if I personally do not connect with a person, I cannot impact them the way that I know I need to. God has assigned me to people. So if I have a $10,000 package, I'm not really trying to refund that money. So before I pitch a 10K package to a webinar of people I don't know, what I might do just to see who's kind of like serious, I might offer a $1,000 package on that call. And so I'll let them know I got a $10,000 package, but then I pitch the 1,000. So that's one of the ways that you could do it. Does that make sense, everyone? And I know that may sound a little harsh, but no, I'm serious. Like I'm not in this day and age, I'm not working with nobody that's going to leave me in a space where I don't feel comfortable. And every single one of us should be in that space. You should not be positioning yourself to work with someone because you just have to. Work with people because you love to work with them. Work with them because you know that your energy connects with their energy and you're going to be able to properly impact them. And I'm going to tell you, yes, peace is everything. Every single time where I've kind of been like, I'm not sure about this person, but let me see. My intuition has always worked out. And so, no, I want to make sure before I get someone to invest a high ticket, we got to connect, right? You're 30 minutes a week. Can you do a live broadcast? Guys, I probably do about 3 broadcasts a week. And it doesn't have to be long. It don't even got to be camera. Like right now, y'all not seeing me. I don't have myself on camera. I can add myself to the camera real quick. Watch this. Boom, there go. Hello, how you doing? Right? But it could be a 30-minute broadcast where you're gonna have some slides about your book. And then you're going to invite people to join your community. But the live broadcast is designed for you to build your list. Every single time I go live, every single time I do a morning devotion, every single time I do a Wednesday training, every single time we do our onboarding, right? The intention and the reason why we do it is to get you guys to join the community. So every single time you go live, even if it's just 30 minutes, you should be inviting people to your free hook item, whatever that's going to be. Does that make sense, everybody? You should be inviting them to your free hook item. 2 to 3 hours per week. This is the moneymaker right here. Yes, your webinar, you're going to pitch your premium, but 70% of your sales will actually be made after the webinar is over. Most people will not sign up during the webinar. 70% of the people who will sign up with you will not sign up during your webinar. And by the way, let me just tell you something. You will never, let me get myself on camera so y'all can see me real quick. You will never see me on social media promoting my premium product. So some of y'all that got retreats coming up, I'm never promoting my retreat on social media. Some of y'all that have, your 6-week intensive, you'll never see me on social media promoting my 6-week intensive. On social media, I'm going to always be promoting my free giveaway and my book. My free giveaway and my book. Now, indirectly, I might indirectly promote my premiums by doing a flyer that says, congratulations to new VIP elite member. And then they're like, well, what is that? Well, you need to join my community to learn about it. Because most people watching you online, guys, they're not about to just go to your website and pay you $5,000 because you promote it on social media. I see people do this all the time. Like you got retreats. You'll never see me talk about the mastermind on social media. I very rarely will even talk about, and honestly, even with the Author All-Stars dinner, You'll see me start to promote that now. But really, the way that we get people now for the dinner is we just allow them to get a free article on our website. And then we pitch you like you'll never see me say, hey, go join the dinner or be an author in the dinner on my social media. Because most people on social media, if they're not on your email list yet, they don't really know you like that. They don't trust you like that. Social media is to give people information and confirmation, but I'm never going to promote my premium. And very rarely will you ever see me talk about the core. We do the exchange luncheon, but even with our exchange luncheon, which is a $200 luncheon, we still will promote it a little bit. But most of the people that come to our luncheon are people that we've actually inboxed and personally invited. So back to what I was saying. You really want to make money, guys? This is the money maker here. It is doing discovery sessions, aka sales calls. And I promise you, if more of us would actually do more sales calls on a weekly basis, making $10,000 a month and having freedom. Like, I'm not talking about working 12-hour days. It really does not take a lot of time to do these sales calls. On average, your sales calls are going to be about 15 minutes. In the first 15 minutes, you can tell if a person is serious or not. I'm not about to be on a free call with you for 30 to 45 minutes, and I know up front that you ain't trying to buy nothing I'm offering. No, I'm not here to, I don't give away my coaching for free. Hello? Because, and this is, and can I free us from something real quick? So normally our onboarding calls won't be this long, by the way. I'm just running my mouth. But can I free y'all from something? And if you've ever done this, let us know in the chat. Anytime you give something that is of value, if it's worth $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, and you really determine it based on what you've invested into yourself. But anytime you give somebody something that has a price tag value on it, they are not going to, and you give it away for free, they're not going to value it for the value that you say it is. They're not. Has anybody here listening to the sound of my voice ever given somebody access to your coaching program for free and they didn't log in? Or maybe you gave someone a free ticket to come to your workshop. Majority of people, and this is how we even do workshops. If I want to get 30 people to come to a free workshop, I got to get 3 times the registration, because I already know that the masses, when they don't have to pay, they don't want to play. And people respect what they pay for. So let me free you from something. You thinking that if I give them a free 15-minute coaching session, they'll want to invest? No. I'm not giving you free coaching. Now, on this discovery call, I'm going to ask you questions and you're going to do most of the talking. Honestly, a discovery call is for people to do the talking. You're discovering from them what they need. On a strategy call or coaching call, the person who should be doing most of the call or most of the talking should be the coach. Now, I will tell you, I do some coaching calls where I get on the call and the client do all the talking, and I'm gonna let the client do what they want to do. So if they just wanted to get on, because sometimes, can I be honest? I've even found that sometimes some people, they really don't want coaching. They just want to be able to get on the phone and talk to people. So if you want to pay me $1,000 an hour to get on here and just talk, no problem. But for the free ski, I'm not giving you no free coaching. I charge $1,000 for an hour of coaching. So one-on-one coaching with me, I'm not for 50. So if I was to give you 15 minutes, that's $250. And you got to pay it. You got to pay it. Does that make sense, everybody? Are y'all with me on this? And if y'all have questions, I'm going to hurry up and get through this so y'all can ask y'all questions, because I know you guys are asking questions, but because I got ADHD, if I start answering them, I'm not going to get through this. So let me hurry up and get through this schedule. So you should be doing 4 to 6 sales calls. And it does not matter if this is B2C or B2B. When you sending out proposals to these companies, you should be following up with a sales call with them. This is how you close the deals. Not by I'm going to post on Instagram a million gazillion times for someone to register for my retreat. That's $5,000. Would you sign up for a retreat for $5,000 if you ain't get a chance to talk to the person? Like, make it back. When is the last time you did that? Didn't. 1 hour a day, 30 DMs. And if you guys were on Money Mondays training last Monday and the Monday before, I showed you how to use Apollo. Now, I wouldn't say it should replace your DMs. If y'all want me to show y'all how I DM people too, just remind me and I'll do it. But today, I'm going to be adding these 5 different sections in the success funnel. Everybody will get access to this for right now, but I'm going to show you exactly how I do each one of these individually. And then 2 OPPs per month. Other people's platforms, minimum. So far this month, I've already been on 3 podcasts. I've also been, let me tell you how this worked. I've been on 1 stage so far. I've been on 1 stage. Is it just one? No, I also did my workshop. That was my workshop. So we did my workshop, but I actually no. And I was on the Atlanta Black Chambers Tuesday meeting, which has 250 plus people on it. Hello. But I was on a stage recently because I was there to just serve. Remember we talked about this morning on the devotion about the different Lord, I'm having a brain fart, y'all. But the different gifts that God has given us, and one of them is serving. Well, serving for me is one of the gifts. It's not my primary gift, but I was there to serve. And let me tell you about your girl. I was there to serve, to promote for the Atlanta Black Chambers. Well, they needed someone to come up there and tell everybody about the chambers real quick. So I went up there and edified the chambers so good. I made the chambers look so good that people wanted to know, well, what do you do? Because that's how you do it. So that to me was a OPP. You know what OPP? Yeah, you know me. Okay, so anyway, so every month, this is our weekly meetings every Monday at 7 p.m. And I'm just going to say this, guys, because I know some people are like, well, for those who came with the community and with the merge and all that stuff, I have done the Monday night sessions for several years now. And this is just the best day for me, which is why when we merged, we moved it to Mondays, because for me, I know that I was going to be responsible for doing a lot of these meetings, which I was. Mondays is my best day. So Monday at 7 p.m. is when we have our Money Monday calls. And this is where you get to come on and ask your questions. So if you are currently needing somebody to help you with a question, Monday is the day you should definitely be on those calls. Otherwise, you are always welcome to schedule for members who are paid members. So if you are, depending upon your tier, if you're one of our higher tier, for example, like an elite member, and you want to schedule a one-on-one session, you get to at a discounted rate to have some strategy session. But guys, I don't just give free coaching, right? However, on Monday, if I'm doing the Monday call and you got a question, that's the best day to do it, because now you get to ask it in front of the group and I'm going to answer your question. Also, you get to share your wins. And everybody, starting next month, you're going to see some of our elite members hosting the Monday call. And so this is our VIP elite members. We used to always do this because, again, this is a community that we're building. It is not, again, I just want to say this, the Taria show. It's not, listen, we got people in our community that know how to teach you how to get government grants. We've got people in our community that know how to teach you how to be able to be more productive. We've got people in our community that can share with you how to save more money at the end of the year so that you ain't paying Uncle Sam all these coins. We've got people in our community who know how to do, who want to show you guys, if you want to learn how to do your own retreat, can show you how to put together a retreat. And so it's not just about me. I know how to show you how to turn your book into visibility and get paid multiple streams of income. But if you are an elite, VIP elite member or above, provided that you submit your information and it's approved, you actually get to be able to host and train on the Monday calls. Also, every Wednesday is our BPC system support training. And then also our support is available. Now, if you are not in our WhatsApp chat and you do have access to the BPC system, our support is available every day. You can email info@bookprofitsclub.com and we'll make sure that you get support if you need support. Okay. And then also our support is in the school community. So if you have a question, you can go into the community and post it directly on the timeline. Shout out to Kevin Johnson who just joined in the community. But you can post it right on the timeline, y'all. And when you post, you can say, need help, right? I need help with XYZ. Here is a screenshot. Now you have to be using, of course, the BPC system, but if you put a screenshot and then select category and then you put BPC system, then our team will help you there as well. If it's something that you don't mind being public, but we have info@bookprofitsclub.com. We've got our WhatsApp chat. If you are an elite, no matter where you came from and you do not have access to the chat, please let us know. You can use that too. Okay. So make sure that you plug into the Wednesday trainings. Friday, every day, hold on, Lord. Every day, Monday through Friday, we have our morning devotion. But on Friday specifically is where you guys get to come in and reflect. I want to encourage more of you guys to please join in on every Friday. If you can't do all the days, at least plug in on Friday morning at 8:30. You can be right on your phone. You can be in your car, whatever you got to do, and join us for our morning devotion. But we go live every Monday through Friday. And just so you guys know, it's not just going to be Taria doing these devotions. We're going to have one of our members that's going to be stepping into this position too and assisting with the morning devotions for those, because this is what they do. So again, you see how like we're incorporating everyone, right? And then Friday, we're still gonna we got to just confirm with Nishika when it's going, because I think initially it was at 1:00, so that might be the time. Will be when we have our BPC onboarding. It won't be 2 hours or an hour and a half. I mean, now I know I'm over an hour and 4 minutes, but it won't be as long as me. It'll be a little bit quicker, but I just wanted to make sure that everybody had a full understanding of where you need to be going and what to expect. All right. Remember, guys, remember that Rome was not built in a day, right? Rome was not built in a day. And so when it comes to this, guys, you got to give it time. Like you got to plug in. You got the classroom. We got all these different courses, right? You've got hold on. I got to remove this part because that's not, we don't have BPC Gold anymore. We got different names now. So I'm just remove it off here. But remember, guys, is that Rome was a building day. You got your classroom. We have the calendar. We have members. Shucks, you even have the map. If you want to see, let me see if there's any members that are near me. Because when we start doing our in-person events, we most definitely are going to be looking. See, we got a lot of people on the West Coast, right? We got a lot of people on the West Coast. We got some people over here on the East Coast, the South, the Midwest. And so we're going to be paying attention. We got a lot of people over here in the Midwest, right? And so we're going to start paying attention to where people are located when we start doing in-person events, right? So remember, guys, but this is the thing. You got to give this grace. You got to give this time. Rome was not built in a day, and neither will your 7-figure business. Okay. So be sure to plug in as much as you can. Give 2 to 4 hours per day during that success schedule. And again, I'm going to show you guys individually, but if you go into the success schedule right now, you should be able to see the access. Okay. Here are the 4 tiers of membership. And right now, all of our tiers are on sale. If you are on a special, if you are a visibility client or an elite client, okay? If you are a visibility client or an elite client, there's nothing you need to do. You just need to make sure that you got access, okay? But first we have standard. This is where you get to join the community for free. Right now, everybody gets to join for free. And everybody's going to be able to get access to the success schedule. But that's the first tier, standard. The next tier is premium. So right now, guys, just so you know, I am giving everybody access to the Money Mondays call for the remainder of this month and next month. However, after next month, after August, in order to be on the Money Mondays call, you will have to be a premium member. Currently, right now, it is $27 a month. It is $27 a month. It will go up to $47 a month for the premium access, and then that'll go up too. But right now, you can upgrade to premium. The reason why you want to upgrade to premium is because by the end of this month, if you are not a premium member or above, you will not get access to the 5K in 5 days challenge. And let me just say this. If you have access to the 5K in 5 days challenge, which is where we show you how to make up to $5,000 or more with your book in 5 days or less, whether it's printed or not, you're going to come out with a second edition. If you have access, we'll be doing special live sessions for those who have access to that course. So that is why you want to make sure that you're a premium member, because even if you've looked at the course, if we do something special for the 5K in 5 days challenge course, you actually have to be premium or above. Also, you will get access, of course, to the success schedule, which is everybody's going to have access to that. And then we're going to have a special rate for the masterminds. And y'all are going to be excited when y'all see what we're going to be doing for our upcoming mastermind. We do have a mastermind that's going to be taking place this year. And so you're going to be super excited about what we're doing. You get a special discounted rate at the premium rate. Okay. Now, the next tier is called VIP. And VIP is going to be your the highest tier that you can sign up on your own. Okay. It's the highest tier that you can sign up on your own. To get invisibility and elite, you cannot just sign up on that through the school community. You actually have to be on a webinar or you have to get on a discovery call. For the VIP, though, this is where, let me make sure y'all seeing this. Because, child, okay, yeah, y'all seeing it. Because it's like not looking the way I want it to look. Okay, there we go. That's what I needed to look like. So for the VIP, you get the school community, Money Mondays, the quarterly masterminds, but you have a VIP rate as well. So there'll be a premium rate for masterminds and a VIP rate. Okay. For the courses, you're going to get the 5K in 5 days challenge, the Write a Book in 3 days course, the success schedule. You will also, look at this, because it's $97, get access to the BPC system software. However, this is not currently active. So if you do sign up for this, we will give you access to the software, but you will not get a design capture page, emails, and text messages set up. However, once we go up to, if you do the $97 for the software, it'll automatically upgrade you to the VIP package. But that, for a limited time at the $97, will come with all of this. So it won't be until once we upgrade it and we make VIP $97 a month, which will be this right now rate will end soon, then you will get all that. But if you just pay $67 today, you will get access to the software, but you will not get a design page. And just so y'all understand what that is, for us to design a capture page for an individual client who is not a member, we start at $500. We're starting at $500. So for us to create your capture page for your hook item, that is a phenomenal deal. But that is only if you do that $97. So you get 30 days access to the software for free. And then once it kicks in, then we're going to work on your designing your capture page, but we're not going to design it for the free ski. But if you do enroll and you want to just get access to the software, you don't care about us creating the capture page and stuff, but you want access to these courses, it is $67 a month. So that is the difference. Probably at the end of this month, we got a couple more days for the month, the VIP will be at $97. Then we have visibility and elite. Elite is for anybody that enrolled into our elite package from December of 2026 up until December of 2025 up until June of 2026. If you enrolled into Elite and paid for the year, you get access to all of this. There is an exception for the mastermind, which I'll explain, but you still get to come to the mastermind at no cost, okay? So you get the school community, the Monday sessions, the quarterly masterminds at no cost, the BPC system software. You get the design, everything. We capture page, all that. And then you get the success funnel framework, how to interview, write a book in 3 days course, get paid, get seen, Power Talk 101. This is where we show you how to do your Power Talk and the success schedule. And if you are a part of the visibility crew, that's where we also will pitch you to podcast. Now, we do have a package for those of you guys who just want a series of one-on-one coaching. But remember, I charge $1,000 an hour. So you're able to get, if you just want one coaching session as a paid member. Now, if you are standard, you do not get to get this discount. But as a paid member, you can get a one-on-one coaching session at 50% off. But if you want a series of one-on-one coaching sessions, we also offer that as well, which we have had people who want that because each week they want to be able to meet and be able to grow their business. Now, let's talk about some dates, and then we're about to wrap it up, y'all. And so if you have questions, I'll open it up. Make sure if you have a question, like type your question, but don't hit enter yet, because I don't want to scroll all the way up and miss it, right? So make sure I'll tell you when to drop in your questions in just a second. So here are some dates to remember. We don't have all the dates yet for 2027, but for 2026, our very first mastermind under this new community. Remember, if you are an elite member from December of 2025 up to June of 2026, you get to come for free. Okay. October the 1st through the 4th. Now, this is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday event. Okay. The only thing, if you are a previous elite member, that you won't get at no additional cost is the content day. And that is because I have to actually pay out of pocket to get this done. There will be some stuff that you'll be able to get, but some of the stuff, it will be an additional fee. And I'll explain what we do on content day. So on Thursday, that is a full workshop day. That is where we will meet in person. We will go over strategy. Everybody will get a chance to go over what, and it's intimate. So we have a limited number of people that we allow to come to our mastermind. I don't try to have a how many people can we have to come to the mastermind type of situation. Okay. So our masterminds are typically more intimate. And they are all, it's not where we're going to be pitching you and upselling you at the mastermind. It's literally to come in, learn, earn, and take it to the next level. Okay. And so this is where we allow members, even if you're not a visibility or mass or elite member, you get to come. So on Thursday, it's a full workshop day. On Friday, this is content day. So what we're starting to do now, because believe it or not, y'all, as I've been pitching many of our new visibility clients for these platforms, y'all, we've had a couple of platforms that have said, hey, can you send us the person's speaker sheet? Hey, can you send us this person's video of them being interviewed before? And so we need content. And a majority of most people do not have professionally edited content or updated content. And so on content day, we're going to actually be recording each one of our folks doing a like a power talk on stage. It'd be 5 minutes or so, 5 to 10 minutes. You know, typically a TEDx talk, depending upon what TEDx you're doing, could be anywhere between 8 to 12 minutes. My TEDx was 8 minutes. So you guys will be recorded doing your power talk. And we're going to have our audience, which is our mastermind members. So we'll have it set up so that the camera quality, everything looks great. And then we will do a podcast interview, a short version of a pod interview, so that you also have examples of you being interviewed. We'll do professional pictures, and then we also will create content for social media. So that's what we do on the content day. It's a full day. Saturday, and I picked this date specifically because we are going to be participating in Taste Urban. So Taste Urban is a every other month event where we are going to be having a Black bookstore, but we also are going to have a speaker's corner. Now, the way that you get to participate is if you don't upgrade your speaker's package, because that is an option, you will get a chance to get up there and do a power introduction. Now, the Taste Urban event is awesome. If you decide that you want to also invest to get a vendor table, you can, where you'll be able to set up your books. This is something that you would pay directly to them. But for every single one of our mastermind members, if they come in and want to do a quick power introduction, which is a 90 seconds or less introduction, you'll be able to do that throughout the event when we have our keynote speakers. So this is a great experience. And then on that Saturday, when you're done, you can leave if you want to, enjoy Atlanta, have a good time. That evening, though, we are all going to meet up for a rooftop turn up. So Saturday evening, once we are done, we're wrapped up. We're then going to go, link up and go to a rooftop space and have a good time. I'm probably going to be a little late, and that's why we are enlisting some assistance from our BPC members, because I'll be pulling up once we, of course, finish wrapping up for the evening. So rooftop turn up, and then on Sunday, for those of you guys who want to come to my church, I go to a church here in Buckhead, Atlanta. You can come to church. It's optional. And then we'll probably have and finish it off with a cute little brunch experience somewhere in Buckhead, just to kind of, break bread before everybody goes back home. Now that will be optional. Sunday is optional, and you would, if you do want to come to that, you would be covering the cost of your food. Okay. And so this is our mastermind. So we will start reaching out to all of our elite members already. Everybody who is a visibility client will be reaching out to you. And if you are not that tier and you want to come, we'll be inviting everybody to register. And there's different price points based upon your tier of membership. Author All Stars 5th Annual Dinner and Conference is December the 4th and 5th. December the 4th will be the dinner, and then we are bringing back a 2-day event, because on December the 5th, we're going to be allowing our top 20 authors to sit on a panel, but we're also going to have some of our elite members and above. It will be optional, so there will be an additional small investment to be able to be a speaker for the workshop. We'll do some additional awards on that day as well. So December the 4th and the 5th, y'all lock in your dates. The way that you actually apply, it does not matter if you are a member or not, is you need to make sure that you submit your free article by going to authorallstarsmagazine.com. Okay, so if you're not already submitted in the article and gotten your article published, you need to go to authorallstarsmagazine.com. Again, I'll tell you guys when to post your questions so you can ask your questions. But if you are a BPC member, please don't miss our Money Mondays too. Okay, so pop-up workshops. This is the tentative date right now. I'm still waiting to confirm, and we have a pop-up workshop September the 19th from 2 to 6, and then we will be announcing our October and December pop-up workshop dates. If you have originally been approved because you're a part of the visibility campaign or elite, if I offered you a free pop-up workshop opportunity, you also can decide if you want to do it on one of the Taste Urban days, which is October the 3rd or December the 19th. I just realized I did those two different ways. But October the 3rd and December 19th, this is the Taste Urban event, where we are also going to have keynote speakers during that event as well. Okay. Now, if you have any questions, guys, this is the time to post in your questions, because I'm going to go back and answer them. So we have 2 international experiences as well. As it stands, we still have 1 spot left. I have had a couple of people say they want the spot, but they have not secured the spot. So we have Ghana, which is at the end of the year, guys. Ghana is going to be incredible. This year, we're going to be traveling on the 27th of December. And then we'll arrive into Accra on the 28th and come back home on the 6th. And we are going to have an incredible experience. So if you've never been to Ghana and you want to not only come to Ghana, but speak twice in Ghana, because we'll be speaking twice. We're also going to have some of the local media coming out and all types of stuff. This is an opportunity. We only have 1 more speaking spot available. So if you're interested, please, by all means, info@bookprofitsclub.com. And then Dubai 2027. If you would love to come to Dubai, baby, and speak at our workshop there, the dates are May 27th through June 2nd, which is, yes, Memorial Day weekend. We picked that day specifically. Also, we wanted to give everybody that, because we've had people that come to Dubai and Ghana. Matter of fact, I'll show you. Look, Terry brought her entire family to Ghana, and she's also here in Dubai with her and her husband. And so we want to give you guys space. But Terry's actually coming back again this year. She told me, she's like, listen, I'm coming to Dubai every year. I mean, to Ghana every year, which I don't blame you. I love bringing my New Year in Ghana. It's just I can't explain it, y'all. It's just amazing. So anyway, so we're going to be going to Dubai, and so this is the dates for Dubai. So if you're interested in either of those, you can message me in the school community or you email info@bookprofitsclub.com. And then finally, this is where we are looking for BPC paid members. So if you are a paid member, it means you're paying any kind of monthly fee. We are looking for members to help with leading in these three different areas. Number one, the BPC Fun Meetup. So, for example, like the rooftop turn up. I already know where I think I want us to go, but I do need someone that is willing to step in and coordinate different meetups that we'll have throughout the year in different locations based upon where our members are more, are the largest. And so, for example, like maybe we might have a bowling event because like the way that you build community, guys, is not always about just talking business. Like sometimes we got to break bread. Sometimes we want to do lunch. Sometimes we want to connect up. So we do plan on creating Book Profits Club. Y'all always have, what's the word, y'all? Book Profits Club. Uh, Not committees, but you know where every state has their own. I just said this the other day, but we want to be able to identify who has the most people in like where do we have the most people? If we got a lot of people in New York, cool. Let's go do something in New York, but we'll have someone that be in charge of the BPC Fund meetups. And what we'll do is we'll schedule them once a quarter. It may not be like January, March, but it might be like maybe once in February and then 3 months from February and then 3 months from then. So whoever loves to do the fun stuff, if you got a BPC paid member that loves to do the fun stuff and you want to inquire about being a part of that committee, like leading that committee, then again, you can message me directly in school or you can also email me. Okay. If you're interested in assisting with putting together content day, so remember, like with the mastermind, we have our content day. We'll need someone to help put that together. But also, we're going to start having content days like how we would do them at the pop up and create. So if you want to be able to be a part of the content day, which we'll do those probably every other month, you can fly into, we'll probably start off in Atlanta, fly into Atlanta if you want to. But again, designed to be a day where we can get content, but also get together and be together. And then finally, the BPC retreats. So the mind, body, and soul stuff, I love those types of events, but that is not my ministry in regards to doing retreats in that space. But I do think it is important that twice a year we create the opportunities. Now, we do have a retreat. I'm just going to go ahead and say this, and we got a couple spots available. We do have a retreat with my accountability partner, Deanna Jean. And if you are interested in coming to El Carmen, and where is that? Punta Cana. I think we're going to be at the Excellence. Wherever we're doing it, it's always amazing. I think we have one or two spots. This is considered a retreat. I actually speak at this retreat every year. And let me just give y'all the dates. It's October 2026. So I'm going to give y'all the exact dates though, because that is during the week. I do know that. And so if you are interested in coming with us to Punta Cana this year, then again, you can message me on the inbox and say when are the dates of the retreats. And you can put a deposit down directly with Deanna, or you can email info@bookprofitsclub.com. Now, what you're not going to do though, let me just let y'all know, if y'all want some coaching help, hey, Taria, I need to know how do I do XYZ. If you inbox that, I will then say, this sounds like we need to do a coaching one-on-one session. And then I'll let you know the details of how to schedule your one-on-ones. Okay. But anybody that we do need, so that's an annual event, but I am looking for someone who would like to put together and orchestrate a BPC retreat that we can do once a year. So on top of us having this collaboration that we already have, it's called the Collabs in Punta Cana 2026, which I promise you guys, it's an amazing event. It's not a whole lot of work. We do like one day of work, and then the rest of it is we just have a good time, y'all. And so if anybody that has been wanting to put together their own retreats and it be something where it's designed to, meditation, relaxation. Of course, y'all know I'm very careful though. We got to be a little careful because we are men and women of God. But if you guys are interested in hosting that and being a part of that, and we promote this through the community, please inbox me on school or email info@Book Profits Club. Now, you have to be a paid member. So you cannot be leading any of these things if you are not invested into the community that is offering you these opportunities. All right, y'all. So now it is time for the question. Yes, excellence is so beautiful. I love that place. So if anybody is interested, y'all, I'm telling you, I've gone to this retreat now 2-3 years in a row. I don't even know how many years, but it's been amazing. As long as I've known. Oh, chapters. Yes, Nishika, chapters. I don't know why I can never think of it. So does anybody have any questions? If you have a question, please, guys, I don't see any questions in the chat. And so if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. So of course, I'm talking really about questions over what I have gone over. Okay. What I have gone over. Ooh, this is good. So let me just say this. So this is good. So what script to get them off the call and how you keep it 15 minutes? So I'm so glad you asked this, Cecily, because one of the things, and Cecily is one of our elite members. So there is going to be a training. And matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna do since you asked the question. Today, I'll make sure today I have transferred over the discovery session script. The discovery session script. We have an entire script, y'all. Okay, so let me tell you something. I paid $25,000 to be a part of this mastermind several years ago. I paid $25K, and this woman, it was a great mastermind for someone who was like just getting started in business. And so I just want y'all to understand like the way that I like how I look at stuff, right? So I paid $25K for this thing. But child, it was like a million gazillion videos. And my attention span do not work well with a ton of videos, right? But one of the things that she provided to us was this discovery session sales script. Now, of course, with the development of AI, it is now very easy to just duplicate it based on who you serve and how you serve. So I'm going to share with everybody that is an elite or visibility member. You guys are going to have and we'll call it the $5,000 sales call. Because I have literally used this script word for word and closed $5,000 deals with people. This is their very first time ever getting on a call with me. Now, they might have joined a webinar and then I invited them to get on a sales call, but that was like, it wasn't 7 to 10 touches. And so if you guys use this script, it's going to work. But let me just kind of I'm going to answer some of her questions because I think this is important for everyone. And so, and we're going to make it so that some of these courses, like let's just say, for example, you're not an elite member and you can't do the monthly membership and stuff like that. That's fine. We're going to make the courses. So if you just want to buy the course outright by itself, you can. Okay. So how do I get someone off the call if I know they're not a good fit? Based on the script is literally asking them specific questions based on their goals and objectives. And I know that with Cecily, I don't know how to turn this thing off, bruh. Hold on, let me see something. 1 second, y'all. Let me try to see, because I'm trying to see, because I have it on some kind of timer where it turns the thing off. And I don't know how. Let me see, brand. Let me see something. I don't want it to stop. I want it to stop coming off. I'll figure it out later. So when I'm on a call with someone and I'm literally just asking them questions. So remember, your sales call is less you talking, more of them. If you doing all the talking, you doing a coaching session. Remember that, y'all. If you are doing all the talking, you are doing a coaching session. You are not on that call to coach them. You're on the call for them to identify if they are a good fit for your product or service. Generally, most of the talking I do is at the end when I'm pitching the product, okay? So if I have them on the call and I'm asking them all the questions, and let's just say they're giving me one-word answers. Okay, so tell me, what made you decide to get on the call with me today? Oh, because you told me to. Okay. I've had people say that. Oh, because you told me to. Okay. Great. And then I might say, okay, well, what is it that you think you need help with? I just want to sell my book. Now, if you've been on my webinar, you know that I will tell you, if your goal is only to sell a book, please don't get on a call with me, because that's not what I teach people to do. I teach people how to turn their books into 6 and 7 figure businesses. Selling a book, only selling a book and making just to make $10,000 a month, you got to be doing a whole lot of work. And either you're running a ton of ads, which is going to cost you a whole lot of money just to sell books, right? Or you are working your tail off. And that's not what I teach. I don't teach people how to be team no sleep, right? So if somebody tells me that, and I know just in their first couple of questions or answers that this is not a good fit, I typically will then hit them with so let me ask you a question. I know that you said that you scheduled the call to get on the call, but how do you think I can help you? Like, I mean, I know that no. I know that you said you got on the call because I told you to get on the call, but how do you think I can help you? That generally is when I feel like this call is not going right. Now, that is actually a question in the script, but I will like speed that up to the front if I'm feeling like this person is like not interested, because I'm not about to keep staying on the call with you and I know you're not interested. So let me ask you a question. How do you think I can help you? Well, I don't know. Okay. Well, so if you're not sure, because I value your time, what I don't want to do is I don't want to waste your time if you don't really know how I can help you, because it's technically it's really not my job to tell you how I can help you. I want you to see the need. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, awesome. So this is what I want to do. I know you had a chance to get on the webinar. Did you stay on the webinar until the end? And then you're gonna find out, well, no, I wasn't able. Okay, well, we could do one or two things. I will send the replay out. I can send you the replay to the webinar. Or if you don't have a webinar, you say, listen, I'm gonna send you over a PDF or a checklist or whatever. I would love for you to review through that and just see like what it is that I actually do, and then see if I'm a good fit, because I don't want to waste your time. I really value your time. I'm not going to say something to them like, I don't got time to waste. You know what I'm saying? I'm literally going to put it on them. Listen, because I value your time tremendously. And if you don't really know what I do, I don't want to waste it. Right. And so I'm going to send you a document that breaks down what I do. I actually have a site that says like what we do. Like I had a site like that. So in case someone did not watch the webinar or they did not go into the community and look around, like, bruh, I'm not about to be on this call trying to convince you about what I do. You're not ready. And even if I then share that detail with you, 9 times out of 10, you're still not ready because you still had no idea what I did. Does that make sense, y'all? So I'm not going to do that. This call is for the person who doggone near got their credit card in hand and they ready to rock and roll. They just got a couple things that they need clarity on to make sure that this is good for them. So that's one of the ways that I get off a call with someone in the first couple of minutes, right? And so definitely I'm not closing you. I'm not convincing you. How do you keep it to 15 minutes? So if let's just say as well, so the script is specifically designed to be a 15 to 30 minute call. Generally, there's a part of the script where midway through, this is where you are asking them all the questions, right? So tell me, what are your goals? What is it that you need help with? Okay. And let's just say I use Cecily as an example. She's going to be talking to more businesses, right? More organizations. Okay, well, what are you seeing as some of the disconnects or the challenges that some of your agents are having, or some of the people in your staff are having, and why they're okay, great. So how is it that you think I can help you? What is your number one goal? Okay, great, awesome. Da 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 da. So I'm asking, they're giving me good questions, and then I'm going to also expose the gap. There's portions of the script that does it. That generally should take 15 minutes. Now, if I notice they happen to be long-winded, I say, now on this question, if you could, in about 60 seconds or less. I'm going to slow that portion down so they hear me. So in this question, if you could, in about 60 seconds or less, can you tell me why? You see what I'm saying? So now, because they super long-winded, baby, we're not about to be on this call for an hour of you just talking. We need to slow it down. Speed it up. And so I'm going to speed it up by telling them in 60 seconds or less. Also, for my calls, I generally always schedule them for 15 minutes. So they know that it is a quick call, even though I'm prepared to be on the call for 45 minutes. If I've hit the 15-minute point, is because based on what I've been asking them, I've identified that they're probably qualified. I'm probably within the first, and this is what you do in enough of the sales calls. You're gonna know, like in the first 5 minutes or so, just based on energy. You can be like, this ain't a good fit. But in 15 minutes, I've gotten through most of the script. Okay, this is a good lead. And so that's how I know. And so once we go past 15 minutes, generally it's because I'm now pitching them my premium product, which, by the way, I don't get on a sales call to pitch people my core. If it happens to be in a space where I've pitched them the premium and maybe they just can't do the premium, I might offer a down sell, but 10 times out of 10, I'm not getting on a one-on-one call to pitch you a $200 product or a $500 product. I'm getting on a sales call because I'm pitching you something that's 1,000, 5,000, 10,000. It's high ticket, right? And even 1,000, you can pitch $1,000 on a webinar. So let's just say I do a webinar and I pitch $1,000 product and they did not get started. And then I reach out to my list via my CRM and say, hey, would love to get on some calls. I noticed you didn't get started. Are you free to get on a call? Right? They get on a call. I'm probably not pitching them the same $1,000 package again. They already know that. I'm pitching them the high ticket. So I might do something like this. I might say, so, Jane, I noticed that, you stayed all the way till the end of the webinar. You did not get started. Was there a reason why you didn't get started? You did not get started. If they say it's finances, what am I going to keep going through the call? No, I'm saying, okay, great. Well, listen, is there anything else that you thought that I could have given you as far as value to help you more with making a decision? No, I just really want to do it. I just don't have the investment. Because the truth is like they done now got on the call and they know your price. They really want to do it. If you can offer a payment plan, great. Within the first couple of minutes, cool. If not, just say, listen. And I've done this too. I say, listen, I would love for you to be able to do it. And of course, because I don't ever like to put someone in a financial situation where it's like, if they make this investment, now they stressed out because now you're not even going to be able to focus. So I say, listen, this is what you do. I want you to just stay plugged into the community. That's why I love building these communities, because now instead of them just giving them a one-time 15-minute masterclass, they can be a part of the community for free. They may not get access to everything, but they can see people participating. And so now I said, just stay plugged into the community. If you can upgrade to the first tier, become a premium member. Become a premium member. And then when you're ready, you can go to the next level. But I am assuming too, if Cecily is still watching, a lot of your clients that you're going to be doing calls with, we're not going to be talking to them about them affording, even if it's $1,000. Your monthly membership might be even at a different tier, right? So yeah, so that's what I do, guys. I don't know. Was that good? Was that good for those who are still watching? Hopefully you guys are still watching and learned a thing or two. But I'm going to tell you guys, you get good at getting people on a sales call. Now, when you first get started, you gotta get through doing these scripts, right? So I would say when you first get started, even if you feel like this person may not be a good fit, just still go through it all the way. Because there have been times where like I'll have someone that's very short, and that's why I get straight to that question at the end. They'll be very short. And I say, let me ask you a question, John. So how do you think I can help? Well, they know that like I've probably interrupted the script because they being short. And so then they go a little bit into detail and then they end up being a good lead. So I try to always make sure I ask that question. But then there'll be times like as you progress and do this and realize like, okay, it wasn't that they were short. They just really didn't know how to answer that question. So still, when you first get started, go through the whole script if you can. So you get used to it. Another little tip, and this is the only other tip I'm gonna give y'all. When y'all doing y'all sales calls, remember you got people who like to be sold differently. You have some people, all they need is you to tell them how much it is, and that's cool. But you got some people that need to visually see stuff, which is majority of most people. And so also I eliminate the excuse that can you send me something and I can take a look? No. I am going to have a visual breakdown of what my package offers. So this is why I don't like doing sales calls via just calling someone. I like to do a meeting. And so I use Google Meets. You can use Zoom. I like Google. I'm gonna be honest why I like Google Meets, because when you press record on Google Meets, if you've invited the person and they say yes, like it's accept the calendar invite, which our system will automatically send the invite, it will automatically then send them the replay. But even if it doesn't, the system emails you the replay, like you get it to your email inbox. It'll email you the replay, as well as if you selected for it to take notes, it'll take notes, and you can just simply click forward and forward them. But if you do it on Zoom, the challenge with Zoom is that you then got to log into Zoom and get the link, share the link. Like, I don't want to do all of that. I like to keep it easy. So that's why I use Google Meets now. But I'm always going to do my high ticket sales call because I also want to see your face. I want to feel your energy. If you're about to pay me 5 figures, I don't even if you about to pay me $1,000, I need to see your face, right? So now on a webinar, I might not be able to see everybody's face. But so what I'm going to do on a sales call is when it is now time to present the offer, I'm going to say, by the way, I'm going to share a PDF file with you right now so that you can actually see it. So some of the things that I will typically do, I'll have the BPC system open so that I can email them or text them the PDF so they can open up on their phone right then and there. But I'm also going to share my screen and go through the high ticket package because I like to walk them through visually so they can see what they're going to get. If you're going to invite someone to come to Ghana for $5,000 and you can say, well, it's $5,000 or $6,000, and we just go, it's going to be this, we're going from December the 27th through June the 6th, January the 6th, and that's all you give them, they're not going to be as likely to enroll. But if you can pull up a PDF and show them, here's what we're going to experience. Here's some pictures. Here's some, graphics, some text, some testimonials. Let them see that on the screen. It increases the likelihood of them actually investing. And so whenever I'm doing a sales call, I don't do audio calls when it's a high ticket product. And I also always, when I get into the space where I say, okay, they're qualified, I'm going to send them the PDF of the offer, but I'm also going to share my screen so that they can see it. With the exception, like I did a sales call the other day, and this is for a client who I'm going to be actually writing her book and stuff like that. I didn't, because hers is like more customized, I didn't do that, but we still met via Google Meet. And as soon as we were done, because she's already somebody that I knew she was going to get started. I sent her a proposal because of her investment is beyond 10K. So I sent her a proposal versus necessarily just a standard PDF because we're customizing what we're doing for her. Does that make sense, y'all? And so for most of my standard though, like my premium product, which is my visibility package, I'll show y'all an example. Let me show you because that's what I was going to show y'all. I just remember. So y'all, I haven't been getting my nails done because I had some fungus. I hate that word. That word sounds nasty. And so now, because I'm not getting my nails done, I'm getting these hang nails. And it's, this is why she was like, you need to just come get your manicure. I was thinking to myself, I don't need to come and get you to paint my nails. It don't even look better. It looks stupid. But maybe I do. I'm going to go get me a manicure because this is horrible. Okay, let me share my screen. So this is my presentation. And also what I'm going to do for all of our elite and visibility members. If you're a visibility and elite member, I'm going to share my actual presentation that I use for my webinar. If you're a visibility client, that means I closed you on this webinar, on this presentation that I'm going to show y'all. And so I'm going to share this to you guys so that you can go in and edit it. And I'm going to break down like how you should do a webinar, like the layout and everything, because there is a skill set to it. A lot of people don't even know that, of how to do your weekly webinar. So here's the webinar. So of course, when I'm presenting the offer, I'm not going to go through this whole PowerPoint, but what I will typically do is I will take the portion of when I start presenting my offer, which generally looks the same. Here it is. I'll take this and turn this last section into a PDF document. And so I say, Jane, so listen, so I want to go ahead and I do believe that our 30-day visibility package is great. Now, mind you, for this, because I'm on a one-on-one call, I'm probably going to pitch her the Story to Stage Impact campaign because this is our 90-day campaign, right? So I do believe that our story to stage campaign is a great fit. So I'm gonna show y'all exactly how we present this, y'all. Y'all getting some real tea. Everybody, make sure y'all thank Cecily for asking such a powerful question, because good questions always get good answers. And this is an example of what you guys can get if you come on a Monday and you ask a question. Now, granted, we do limit it to a specific time, and as you can see, I am very thorough when I answer questions. I don't just give a surface question and then say, hey, let's schedule a call. No, you ask the question. And I told y'all on Monday, if you ask the question, I'm going to answer it. Hello? So anyway, so Jane Doe, I want to present to you our story to stage impact just based on what it is. I think that this is going to be a good fit. So, can you see my screen, Jane Doe? Excellent, great. I've also sent this to your phone PDF. Did you get it? Cool. Well, you don't have to open it up right now. You can look at it later. But let me just kind of go over what this visibility campaign is all about. And so the objectives is number one is to position your message. We want to make sure that your message is marketable. Okay. And I don't want you to confuse your message with what your product actually is, or like how you change lives. I am creating a message that's going to get you booked. It's a big difference. Also, we're going to build out your assets that every single one of you guys are going to need. Well, I'm talking to y'all right now, but we're going to build out the assets that you're going to absolutely need when we start pitching you, just based on our experience, as well as secure appearances and leverage these opportunities, right? So phase one, this is where we're going to position and strategize. We're going to, first of all, make sure we have a clear message of like who you serve and how you serve, what your topics are going to be about, who your audience is, positioning you as an expert, all these things. So this is all the stuff we do in phase one. And then we're also going to identify like the type of platform. So like the type of podcast, the type of conferences we're going to be searching you for, and all the things, right? Phase two is where we then create your assets. So you're going to come into Atlanta for a day, and we're going to record you doing a signature talk. We're also going to record you doing a custom interview, because many of these platforms want to see how you interview and how you respond. We're going to be doing a professional photo shoot where we'll create your speaker's one sheet as well as your digital one sheet. So we'll do a printed version as well as a digital one, and all of this will be created. And so your speaker's website, digital presence, and then we will also create your press kit, which is pretty much within your speaker's web sheet. But we also have like a printed version as well. So we'll be creating all this content. You'll come in for a day here in Atlanta, essentially like a VIP day. Then phase three is where we start out our targeted outreach and placement. This is where we're going to start testing out some of the outreach, and we're going to pitch out for 1 month and get the results for that. And then we're going to pitch you for month 2 and month 3. We're also going to make sure you're going to be on a billboard. So we'll have a billboard campaign and everything. Now, for this, the investment is $9,000, or you can actually break it into 3 payments of $3,100. Now, beyond that, you're going to have the option, if you wish to stay on board, at a significant discounted rate, because we will continue to keep pitching you out to do different things. But one of the other things that we'll do is a special signature event curated for you. So we like to do, it'll be a kind of like a small workshop between 75 to 100 people, where you're going to have your own stage. Hands down, Jane Doe, the most money I have made typically is when I do my own event. Yes, we're going to put you on other stages, but I also want you to be able to experience what that looks like. So we're going to create an experience for you. So in this, again, you have the story to stage impact. You have your positioning and strategy, where we're going to clarify your message, develop a 2 to 5 week two to five speaking topics, define your target audience, visibility roadmap, and author branding positioning. We're also going to create your speaker one sheet. We're going to record your brand video story. We're going to do a professional photo shoot, speaker website, and design your digital press kit. And then we're going to start the pitching phase, which is a 3-month process after that, of 30 pitches per month, 15 conferences, podcasts per month, 15 conferences, and 10 media. We'll follow up. We'll also be tracking that, and that's going to be for $9,000. And so now that we can go ahead and get you started, I know that you're ready to go. And so generally, I'll kind of finish it off at this on a call. I'm saying, so that we can go ahead and get you started, which credit card would you like to go ahead and put it on? That question right there, which credit card would you like to put it on? Y'all, if you say that, to someone when you are presenting to them your premium product and you say which credit card you want to put it on, just wait. When I tell you on everything I love, there have been times where I say, well, which credit card would you like to put it on? And I wait, I'm like, they ain't about to do it. And they're like, hold on one second, let me get my Visa card. You be like, so you want to make sure you got your page open so you can go ahead and process their stuff. But that is literally how I pitch my premium. And you have to assume the sales. So this is a sales technique, guys. This is why doing the one-on-one call works, because even in the webinar, you're not able to do that one-on-one with someone. And so when you say, which credit card do you want to put it on? They say, well, whoa, wait a minute. If they're not ready to go, they'll tell you. They say, well, wait, I got a question. And they're going to ask you the questions they got. You didn't get all the way to the end of this. And then the more that you do the call and you start hearing how people are answering, because sometimes it may seem like this person is ready to go. But the more that you do these discovery calls and you start understanding and seeing the pattern, it helps you tremendously. And so I always encourage people, for your first 50 calls, whether or not you think they will or won't, go all the way through the call. Go all the way through the call and always assume the sale. There is a portion on the sales script where it says, and this is generally what I do. I say, so I'll typically say, so Kim, just based on everything that you're sharing, I do believe that our visibility strategy campaign package will be great for you. I believe it'll be a great product. I think it's something that you should actually get started with today. And so outside of that, do you have any questions? This is a good way too to know if you need to present the offer. So I say, do you have any questions? Now, mind you, I have not yet shared my screen or sent them a PDF or none of that. I said, do you have any questions, Kim? Kim says, nope, I don't have any questions. I'm not pitching her the package. I say, okay, well, whenever you're ready to learn more about the visibility campaign, don't hesitate to let me know. Because some people are literally on the call because they really want to try to figure out, like, try to price you. And we're not doing that in 2020. So you're not going to get on a call with me to try to see. And then don't hit me with the, oh, well, because I'm talking to a couple of other people too. So I'm just trying to see who's got, the best price. And I will always tell them, well, listen, let me just kind of save you here because I'm the best at what I do. And I'm sure that whoever you're talking to, they're phenomenal. I'm going to save you the headache. I think you should probably connect with them because there's no really way to compare apples to oranges. And so go ahead and work with them. And I'm going to get off the phone. You're not about to do me like that. Try to think you're going to negotiate my prices. No, sir. You just want to find out what my premium is because you don't see it listed anywhere. No, we're not doing that. So we're not going to do that. But also, when I say, do you have any more questions? If they say no, I'm going to say, well, if you are ever ready to learn more about the visibility campaign, let me know. If they're really ready, they're going to say, oh, no, I want to get started. Because what I'm really looking to hear them say is when I say, do you have any questions? I'm waiting for them to say, well, how do I get started? If they don't say that, or they don't, or when I say, well, listen, if you're ever ready to want to learn, if they don't say, no, I want to know how to get started. Okay. I'm assuming the sale. So when I go through that whole presentation, I'm at the end, I'm then going to I'm giving y'all some coaching right now where you should be paying for this coaching. I'm just telling y'all. So those of y'all who stayed all the way until the end, this is an hour and 52 minutes in, because most people won't stay this long, which is why I don't mind. We have probably over 100 people that were logged into the live, and a large majority of people did not stay to the end. So I don't mind it. It's cool. So y'all getting the tea. But the when it comes to sales, I always assume the sale. Most people don't want to be sold anyway. They don't want to pay for it. They don't want, because people value their money more than they value everything outside of here. Majority of most people, right? And so I'm not going to say, so when do you want to get started? No, I'm going to say, so which credit card do you want to put it on? You're not going to ask people when you want to get started. You're not going to ask people, so what do you think? You're not going to ask people, okay, so whenever you're ready to get started, just let me know. They're not going to do it. You're going to say, when you go through and present that, you say, okay. And so based on all of this, I believe this is a good fit. What credit card do you want to put it on? And you're going to wait. And they're going to either say, well, wait a minute, I got a question. Oh, no, 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 I'm not ready to get started right now. Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Is it the investment amount, or is it that you really don't want the results? Now, I might it depending on who it is, because sometimes people will get on a call and be crying and carrying on and stuff. Child, not you was over here crying and now you don't want to invest. So I might be like, okay, is it the investment, or are you sure that you really want to achieve these results? Nah, you right, Taria. You right, Taria. I'm tripping. Let me go ahead. Or okay, well, it's the money. Okay, well, we do have payment options. Would that, if we were to break it down into three, would that work for you? And you're not begging people, guys. And so I don't want people to feel like, this feels like, but it's not. It's called sales. And the only way you ever gonna make money, y'all, is you have to sell stuff. Okay. And if a person is still on the phone, this is another thing I want you to remember. If they are still on the phone, like they haven't hung up, they haven't said, no, I don't want this, they ain't said this, ain't, nope, they want it. They need you to create a way for them to get it. And so if they can't do the payment plan, okay, no problem. Well, listen, we do have another tier. And for that, you're not going to get everything. Now what you're doing is you're going to offer a down sale. But if they're still on the phone and they sound like they really want this, create the way to make it. Now, I'm not going to drop it all the way. I'm not going to say, here's the 10,000. And then all of a sudden I now got a $50 a month. No, I'm saying, okay, well, listen, just stay plugged into the community. You never know. There might be some great options for you there. And then they can find out where they can upgrade for a smaller fee. But I'm not going to go from like 10,000 to $50, but I might go from 10,000 and say, you know what, instead of the 90-day, at the $9,000 or 3,100 a month. How about we just do a 30-day visibility campaign? We will not create all of the materials though. So you got to have your stuff in place, and we'll do that for $1,500 just so that you can test us out. I earn your trust, get you on some platforms. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm not going to give them everything that they get in that 90 days, but for 1,500, I will go ahead and still pitch them 30 days. They're going to get all that, because that's what we actually are now charging for 30 days. It's $1,500. So they get all of that. For 90 days, it's $9,000, because we got to create all the content. We got to get all this stuff. And lie to y'all not. Like I pitched myself and I pitched another client, well, trying to pitch the client for the National Association of Women Business Owners, and they want footage of you speaking. If you don't got footage of you speaking, and it needs to be like on a stage somewhere. There's another organization that we are pitching me to, and they also want not just footage of me speaking, but they also want footage of someone interviewing me. And so, believe it or not, y'all, some of these bigger conferences, if they're going to put you on their reputable stage, they want to know that when you get up there, you can actually move the audience. And so, you know, I'm just saying. So you got to have those things in place. So that's what I would say. So anyway, if anybody is interested in our visibility campaign at $1,500, where for 30 days, we're going to pitch you as well two platforms. This does not matter what tier of membership you are in. It is $1,500. But the blessing is that as a member, of course, I'm going to make sure you get a couple more things, but we guarantee 5 placements for you as well. So if you are interested, all you got to do is go to info@bookprofitsclub.com or go to the community. And again, the link to the community is either visibility into profits.com, or you can go to now www.bookprofitsclub, which it's a capture page, but it's going to take you to the same link anyways. And I'm going to update that capture page soon. But yeah, if you just go to visibility into profits.com or bookprofitsclub.com. What about footage of you interviewing others? So that's a great question, Kim. So what about if I have footage of me interviewing other people? Unfortunately, for conference stages, they're wanting to see how you bring transformation. So if you're pitching yourself to be an interviewer, then yes, right? But the reason why they want to see content of you speaking is they want to see how you are able to energetically move an audience. So that probably would not be the best footage that I would send. I would want you to send actual content of you speaking on a stage doing a power talk, right? Or doing a workshop. I would want you to have content of you being interviewed, giving the interviewer, here are three pros to why da 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 da. Here are three cons. In this, here's my story. So what I did for one of the platforms is I sent them a podcast interview, because also this is like more empowerment, because y'all know I'm a more of a workshop trainer, a workshop speaker. I'm not much of I don't really classify myself as a motivational speaker, but I'm going to come in and I'm going to train. But because I want to come in and teach on what I train on, but I also want them to know that I'm not monolithic, right? So I sent them a link of a podcast interview that I did where I was talking about life and stuff like that. They did tap into a little bit of business, but it was more just me and my personality and talking about life. And child, I cried and everything, did all the things. And then I also sent them a video of me speaking internationally. And so I wanted them to see me as a speaker, but also see me as a guest for for a podcast, so that they could see how well-rounded that I was. And so it's, that's why even like our Ghana experience, being able to say that you've spoken in Ghana, because speaking in front of an audience in Ghana, first of all, just speaking in a conference in Ghana is different than speaking in the US. First of all, Ghanaians, I always say it wrong, Ghanaians, their idea of time is not the same. If you said the conference started at 12 o'clock, in their mind, it don't matter what time I come as long as I pull up before it ends. So like, you do a space for 100 people, it'll be 100 people that have come, but they come in whenever they want to. They're not coming for So Ghana is different. And I noticed this because I was looking at some conferences and stuff before. I mean, that had happened. And a lot of the events, it's like they're never really like kind of packed out, because people from Ghana, they just kind of come whenever casually. It's not like, now most of the people that came to our Voices of Change, they stayed the whole time. But we did have people that would come in for a little while and then they kind of, oh, okay, let me just come on in and leave and stuff like that. And so learning how to speak in front of those audiences is also different. Like speaking in front of an audience in Ghana is not the same as speaking in front of an audience in Dubai. It's not the same as speaking in front of an audience. I've spoken in front of 100% Spanish audiences before, where I had to have a translator. And so I don't speak no Spanish. All I said was, ¿Dónde es Latinos? That's all I said. Me llamo Estaurea Avant. ¿Dónde es Latinos? And they went crazy. And then I had to now speak with an interpreter. So say you're pitching yourself for like an international type of event where they're going to have someone interpreting for majority of the audience. And this is a space where you really want to excel. Find you something where you could do that and have someone interpret, because it is different speaking with an interpreter. So you might have to say, good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing today? Then you got to pause to wait for an interpreter. On today, I want to talk to every single one of you guys about how it is you are going to change your life. Because today, when you make the declaration from your mouth, all will be well. So everybody repeat after me. I am great. Now you gotta wait for the translator to say it, and then you gotta wait for the audience to say it, right? So you see what I'm saying? Like, so if you want to speak, you gotta know it's weird too. I'm telling you, child. I done seen people do it, try to speak at an international, and they don't know how to pause for the interpreter. It is a mess. Or like if y'all want to do something where y'all get people to repeat after you, it'd be a mess. You got to practice that. 5 placements. It entails that we are going to place you on either 5. It'll be between podcast, media outlets, and conferences. So we can't guarantee exactly what, but it's a guarantee that you're going to get some visibility. And so you will have a database of all the different things that we're going to be pitching you to and everything. So, of course, speaking is acceptable. If you have content of you speaking, and I'm gonna tell you guys, if you might only have content, like I got a video of me. Yes, the other day I had a chance to speak in the place for the Atlanta Black Chambers. Right? It wasn't about me. But let's just say I know I don't got no content of me speaking. Then what I could have done is I could have used that as an opportunity to say, hello, everybody. My name is Taria Vision Avant. Professionally, what I do is I actually work with speakers, educators, authors, and leaders, and I show them how to get more visible with one amazing marketing tool, their book. I show them how to use their book to build multiple streams of income. In fact, I've done this now for over 10 years and helped more than 15,000 people to become published authors and now focusing on profitable. Today, I'm here to talk to you guys about why you should be a part of the Atlanta Black Chambers. In fact, I've got 3 reasons why. So you see, like I just did my intro and then I can give them a killer body. I'm not necessarily talking about what I do, but I'm going to make it so fire that I could actually use that entire 3, 4, 5 minutes or whatever I get. And that can be something that I can use until I get a Power Talk version. I can use that so that people can hear how I sound when I get on stage. So the key, y'all, is this is why I be telling y'all, do not miss these opportunities to speak on these stages. And then also, when you guys do get the interviews, like, you need to repurpose those. You need to use those. If the podcast, I've got a podcast that I just did, and as soon as they send me the link, I'm adding that audio to my speakers page, because this is a podcast that was for veterans. I'm not a veteran, but now, because of what I do, I can be able to pitch that. Hey, listen, I did this podcast for veterans. I would like to get on this podcast for mayors, because I got a collaboration book I've done with mayors. I want to show mayors how to be able to brand themselves, position themselves. But here's an example of how I did this talk when I talked with veterans. Boom. It's on my website. So yeah, so that's what we're going to do. And if you are interested again in us pitching you, now you do have to have your, like, if you got to have stuff, because for that investment, we can't design your stuff for you, but we will use that. And if you don't have a speaker sheet, at least we'll at least create your speaker sheet. So you're just going to email info@bookprofitsclub.com. All right, y'all, we've been here for 2 hours. We're about to wrap this on up. I appreciate y'all. I pray that you guys walk away with some value here. I hope this was good. If you have not joined the community, again, y'all, join the community for free. What are you doing? Child, my computer is going crazy. But if you haven't joined, you're going to go to visibilityintoprofits.com. It again is free to join, but you're going to want to make sure before the end of the month, if you want access to some of these courses we're adding, you got to upgrade to the proper level of membership. If you are already a visibility member or elite member, as we are launching these courses by this weekend, we have some stuff that's already being uploaded now. But if you don't have access to it, all you got to do is just simply message me in school or send an email to info@bookprofitsclub.com. All right, y'all. Well, listen, it's been a privilege and a pleasure. Listen, we got a lot of stuff. By the way, those that come to the mastermind as well for the content day, let me show you this little intro video. We'll be making an intro video for you all, and this will be a video that you can use when you're coming up. Now, if you are already a previous elite member and you're coming and you want to participate in the content day, there is a cost associated with that. It is going to be at a discounted rate because you've already invested, but the truth is that I'm not about to pay out of pocket for that. Okay, but I will make sure that you get it at cost. Okay, so let me show y'all this intro video and then I'm out of here. If y'all want a video like this that you can use when you're walking up to speak and stuff, this is an intro video for our show, our TV show. But you can have one made for you to highlight you as a speaker when you're speaking on these stages. All right, y'all. God bless you all. And I pray that your weekend is amazing. I hope to see some of you guys on our morning devotion on Monday. And then this will be the Money Monday call that I do, the last Money Monday call, because on the first Monday, y'all, we going to have one of our BPC elite members joining in to train y'all. And of course, I'll still be on next week, but we're going to work on, next month, but going to work on the schedule so that some of our elite members are going to be on there to bring you some great value. All right. God bless you. Bye, y'all.